welcome back to another episode of Community Conversations. I'm Sydney Charles. I'm joined by another Central Valley community member who does her best to make a difference. Her name is Di'Janae, and she does a little bit of everything. She's a podcaster, an author, and she's also a motivational speaker, a faith and empowerment speaker, I should say. Di'Janae, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me. It's such an honor, and I'm very thankful that you took the time out to allow me to come and be on your show.
Of course. And I know you run your show, so tell me more about that.
Oh, yes. It's called I Am Her, You Are Me, Together Is When We Could Be. It's where I have a lot of women who come and share their testimony and talk about the things that they've been through and how God have healed them, delivered them, and just brought them out of situations that they did not even see a way out. The whole purpose of my show is to uplift, motivate, and inspire women to walk in their purpose.
That sounds amazing. How long have you been doing that?
Well, I started back 3 years ago.
Okay.
I wasn't consistent. I would have my own trials and tribulations that I was going through that just was in a way, but I can say within the last 7 months of me being consistent, so I would say 7 months to start fresh.
Awesome.
Yes.
And so what drew you to that specific topic?
Oh, I love that question. I was going through my own hardship, my own battles, my own fight. I was broken, I was lost, I was just stuck in bondage of myself, and I just needed a way out. And I remember going to City College, and I was sitting by the water fountain, and I just opened the laptop and I just started recording, not knowing that it would lead me to where I am today. So I just say, at a place of being broken. My brokenness is where it started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Broken, beautiful, something beautiful came out of the brokenness.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love that a lot.
They say beauty, you turn pain into beauty, or whatever they say. But I turned my pain into purpose.
Yeah.
That's what I truly did.
Exactly. I love that. Okay. I then wanted to ask you about your background and your connection to the Central Valley. So tell me more about that. Are you a Central Valley native?
Yes, I was born and raised here in Fresno, California. I've lived here my whole life. I was born and raised on the west side of Fresno, California.
Okay.
I currently do live in the projects. I always say I'm in the projects, working on my projects, trying to make it out. So I'm here, just chasing my dreams, just doing what God has called me to do. And this is where I'm at. And it's such an honor, such a blessing.
That's awesome. So you born and raised in Fresno. What can you say that's unique to Fresno that people just should know? Something about Fresno.
It's so crazy you ask that, because growing up, I really didn't know about a lot of things here. So I had to explore and find things that I'm on my own. I love going to CMAX Studio. I love going to Woodward Park and stuff. It's a lot of great things, that I can name. But I like to go out in nature too. But where I really love to go is CMAC. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. And that actually was leading into my next question, which is going to be, where is your favorite place to have a community conversation?
Yes.
So that would be CMAC. So tell me about CMAC. You recently did an interview with them, right?
Yes. Okay. I actually recorded my podcast there, my show there. And I was actually... there's a lady named Sparkle who introduced me to there, because she called me on her show a few times. And then I was like, okay, I need to take what I'm doing serious. And so I just put myself out there to find more about it. And since I've been there for these last 7 months, I have grown, because I use the equipment there. It's just a lot of opportunities that they have given me, and the help there in the community. It just really gave me that boost, to let me know what I'm doing has purpose, because this is a hidden gem for people like me where I come from. So this is my place.
Yeah,
this is my home.
Yeah.
And I know away from home.
Yeah, I know quite a few people even here that are involved with CMAX. So I know they do pretty great work. Yes. And so you use their equipment to do your show?
Yeah, I actually use the Express Studio. I just actually, today, before I came here, was the first day that I used the big studio rooms. It's a phenomenal place for me, and it just helped me so much, just continue to do what I'm called to do.
Do you have a favorite memory in CMAC that you can recall on that means a lot to you?
Just getting my show aired on TV. That was one of the greatest things that happened to me, because I didn't expect that to happen, and I didn't know that it was possible, but until I actually applied myself. So every Saturday at 12 o'clock, my show does air on Xfinity and AT&T.
Okay, awesome.
And that was a big step for me, a big milestone in my life, because I didn't think that was possible.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Okay, at 12.
12 o'clock.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. We're going to dive more into your role in the community and sort of like maybe what you feel you can make the most impact with your show after the break. But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back to our community conversation. We're diving more into influence and what that means in the Central Valley. So if you could just take it away and talk more about your role and how you feel that your work makes a difference here.
My role as being a faith motivational speaker, I feel like my role is just like I said before, to empower, inspire, and motivate people to walk in their purpose, because I know myself personally, there was a time in my life where I was broken and stuck in bondage, and I know that there's a lot of women and people in this city who are held back by bondage and stagnation and stuff, and I just want to be the example and the face to those and let them know that with God all things are possible. Like, no matter what you go through in life, there's nothing too big for God, and there's nothing that he cannot do, because if he did it for me, what makes you think he can't do it for you? So that's basically what I just want to do, you know, just let people know, like, look, it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you're going and where you're headed. And as long as you put the work in, everything will be given onto you.
And you do that with your show and then with your book. I have I have it here.
Oh, yay.
There you go. We have the book here. So you do that with your show, your book, and also as a speaker, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the book.
So the book is basically about my life. It's called She Was, But Now I Am. And I talk about the person that I used to be and how I had to really dive in deep and find help from God to become the person that I am today. If you look inside the book, there is a part where I list all the things that I used to be, how I was weak, I was vulnerable, I was desperate for love, I was fatherless, I was abused. I just went through a lot of things that a lot of women go through that are afraid to disclose, but I want to be the person to show it's okay. Like, well, it's not okay. Let me correct myself. It's not okay, but you can heal and grow from it. You don't let it keep you in that dark place. You don't let it keep you broken. You don't let it keep you from not reaching your goals. Like, turn your pain into purpose and build it. Just be honest and transparent, because you can help somebody. And that's just the goal that I have, to just let others know, like, you can get through it. You know, just because you went through it don't mean that you can't get through it. The goal is to go through it and get through it and do what you're called to do here on earth.
Absolutely. So I'm hearing that, like, words are your superpower. By you sharing your story and your, whether that be your pain or your success or just even the things that you've went through, you're hoping that other people can maybe connect and sort of like relate and maybe even be inspired.
Yes, that's the whole goal. And that goes back to my show. Like, it's called I Am Her, You Are Me. Together is all it could be, because as not even here in this community, but across the world and nation, like other places, I didn't realize there are a lot of women who were broken and we were suffering until I started this show. And as I'm hearing them talk, I'm like, wow, it makes sense, because when I'm hearing her story, I hear myself, you know, and then there'll be another person tell their story and she hears herself. So, and I brought these women together, don't even from different states and stuff, and they can connect, they can collaborate. They like, I relate to you. So it's like, it makes sense, because we all go through things, but in different aspects, you know, because we are each other's keepers. We have to uplift each other. We have to motivate each other. We have to keep each other together. So I am her, and you are me, and together as one we can be.
You know, I find so interesting with storytelling, right? Obviously, with the job that I do, sometimes when I hear people speak about a certain topic, I think in my head, I'm like, wow, I would have never thought that this person went through that. But somehow, you know, I mean, I feel like stories are the great unifier, similar to music. Like, a good story can, like, unite people across different races, different nationalities, language, all those things. So
you'll be surprised.
Absolutely.
Some stories, you'll be like,
awesome.
Okay.
One more quick question before we go to our break. The crux of this show, which is, what is the change that you'd like to see in the community?
The change that I would like to see in the community is people come together and try to just uplift each other, you know, instead of trying to compete and compare with each other. Like, why compete and compare? Let's come together as one, you know, have unity and build each other up, because when we come together and build each other up, we have a strong foundation. So my goal is just to I can just see a lot of people walk in their purpose and do what they're called to do, and see a lot of happy, joyful people, because there's a lot of people that are sad and broken, and it's very sad because you don't have to be that way. So I just wish people can see me and know and hear my story, and they do see the book and say, oh my God, with all that she's been through, she still has faith. She still kept going. She didn't give up. So I want to leave that type of legacy, that type of impression, like no matter what is going on, you can win.
You know, that analogy I always think of is, I don't even know who first created this, but if you try to break like a little strand of like pasta, like spaghetti pasta, it's so easy to break it when there's one. But when you have like the whole stack, it's like definitely hard. Yeah, it's harder to break it. So stronger together.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Stronger together.
Stronger together. There you go. And with pasta, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we are leaving you with some upcoming events or just general things you can look forward to in the future. So if there's anything that you'd like to shout out.
Yes. This November 1st, I will be a testimonial speaker at Rolinda Inspiration Prayer Brunch at Pardini's. The tickets are currently on sale for $30. It's November 1st from 10 to 2 p.m. where I will be there speaking in front of over 200 women, just sharing my testimony about how God has been so good to me, and I planted the seed, and this is where He has brought me. Yeah.
And if there's anything else that you'd like to add?
I would just like to say, if you would like to know more about me, you can purchase my book on Amazon. It's called She Was, But Now I Am. If you want to know more about me, just purchase my book. All my information is on the back. You can find me on my socials. But I just want to say I thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor.
Of course.
And it's a blessing.
Of course. And before we go, we're going to leave folks with a final goodbye, your final community message, if you have one for people.
My final community message is, no matter how hard life is, just know that there is purpose behind it. Don't give up. Keep chasing your dreams, and know that at the end, you will have victory as long as you continue to do what you're called to do, and trust God.
All right, so we're done now. I guess we can wave bye.